When I was studying in London, I've always heard the Western, particularly English press say, "Don't go to Romania, it's very dangerous, full of thieves, beggars, bandits, immigrants coming in to steal our jobs."
Sky News was told to meet this car in Western Romania. It's just a small truck with an array of guns for sale.
And at first I believed them, but guess what? Here I am doing some solo traveling across Romania, and I can tell you firsthand that all these negative stereotypes are just false. The people here are very hardworking, honest, kind and warm, very hospitable as well. And I think this really draws lots of parallels with what happens back home in Hong Kong, where the Western press has portrayed the situation and the people in one very particular light. But when you ask people on the ground, they give you a completely different story, because what they report is detached from reality and full of negative stereotypes. I can tell you, I've talked to Romanian people here, these negative stereotypes only make them feel prouder to be Romanian and of their country, and rightfully so. And same for people back home, Chinese people back in Hong Kong, in fact in all other regions who were victims of this Western media propaganda. All I'm trying to say is, don't judge a book by its cover. Come to Romania and experience by yourself. I can guarantee you the cities like Iași, Brașov or even Bucharest, where I am right now, is 10 to 100 times safer than some of the large cities in the West, like London, Paris, or New York City, for example. Crime is rife in those cities. In London, outside Zone 1, the central part, there's some really rough and dodgy areas that you just do not go even during daylight. I've been in Romania for 2 full weeks, going to different parts, and so far I have never been robbed or I have never been abused. So it is a very safe place in general. I think these negative stereotypes can be boiled down to 2 things: exceptionalism and moral superiority. The Western nations think that they're morally entitled to tell how other countries in the East should live their lives. But don't forget, Romania, for example, has a very long history dating back to the Dacian times. And similarly for China, it can go back all the way to the Zhou dynasty or even before. We have our own traditional values that we have in common and should protect. I'm not saying that we should completely reject Western values, but we should mix them together instead of only accepting one form of Western values. As the axis of the world shifts towards the East, I can see that there is a lot of potential for cooperation between China and also Central and Eastern European countries like Romania. And I hope that this cooperation can come to fruition in the near future for the benefit of the 2 regions and also mankind. And I'm sure that instead of blindly believing in the media, you can form a better view of the world and also accept the different peoples on this planet Earth, which we can hopefully eventually strive to have world peace and mutual win-win collaboration instead of a Cold War. Thank you, and this is the end of today. I hope you liked this video, and see you guys in the next one.